Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. How my poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. Since you've gone, I've been lost without a trace. I dream at night, I can only see your face. I look around, but it's you I can't replace. I feel so cold and I long for your embrace. I keep crying, baby, baby, please. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. How my poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you. Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, I'll be watching you. Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, I'll be watching you. Every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, I'll be watching you. Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, I'll be watching you. Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, I'll be watching you. Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, I'll be watching you. Hey, what's up YouTubers? Lee John Blackmore here at Super Easy Guitar. So this week we're doing Every Breath You Take by The Police. So I've changed it, I've simplified it, okay? Because originally it was played kind of awkwardly on the electric guitar. It's kind of up there, okay? So what I've done, I've put the capo on at the first fret and I've simplified the chord shapes. So what I'm actually going to do to teach you, I'm going to remove the capo, okay? So that's only if you want to play with the original track. So let's zoom in and get straight into it. So the first chord is going to be this G add 9 chord, and it's second finger in the 3rd fret on the bottom E string. And then our first finger is going to go in the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, the G string. Now remember, most of this is palm muted. So all I'm doing, I'm resting my palm down here, just in front of the bridge, okay? If you come too far forward, remember, it's not going to work, okay? So it's just finding that sweet spot. If you're too far back, obviously it's not going to work. So it's just finding that sweet position. Okay? So also, you know, it sounds nice. without the muting as well, okay? So it's entirely up to you how you do it. So the strings I'm picking are E, D, G, D, B, G, D, G. Or if you don't know the string names, counting from the thinnest to the thickest, it's going to be 1 to 6, okay? So it's going to be 6, 3, 4, sorry, 6, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3. Let me see if I got that correct. So 6, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3. See if you can watch me do it slowly. So twice, okay? So yeah, you know, you're going to make mistakes. Don't worry too much about that. It's one of those things, if I slow it down and think about it, it always goes wrong. It's like a feel thing. So the next chord is an E minor add 9 chord. So that's where we get the 9 from. That's the 8th, the octave. The next note up the scale is 9, so it's the add 9, E minor, add 9. Okay, so I know it looks like a B5, but we're playing from the E string, not the B string. If we were just playing those two notes, it would be a B power chord, but because we're playing the additional open strings, E, playing those other strings as well, the chord name changes, okay? Don't worry about it too much for now. I will do a lesson on how to understand what the chord names are at some point, okay? So we've got which is a really lovely chord sound, okay? And the picking is going to be E, A, D, A, G, D, A, D. Or the numbers 6, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4. That's more difficult to say than to play. So if we go back to the first chord, the G, then to the E minor, so you'll get a feel for that picking and you'll see it's very similar, okay, except you're not skipping the string. So next we've got a couple of bar chords here. And then it goes back to the original chord. Okay, so the bar chords are, so I'm actually barring at the 3rd fret of the root on the A string, and that chord would be a C suspended 2nd, C sus2, and as you can see I've got my first finger on the 3rd fret on the A string, 3rd finger on the 5th fret on the D string, pinky on the G, and I'm also barring the 3rd fret of the B string and E string. So now the picking changes a little bit here, so okay, so that's going to be A, D, B, D, G, D, A, G. So the numbers are going to be 5, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 3. I think that's right, okay. If not, here, watch me really slowly, okay. and then you go up to, you move that bar chord up 2 frets, so it's now on the 5th fret, and you do exactly the same picking. Okay, so those 2 chords are the same, just 3rd fret and 5th fret. And then back to this G. And don't forget, if you want it to sound more authentic, so you want a palm mute. Now sometimes so the first verse, the first intro rather, that's exactly what plays in the beginning, okay? So it's G, E minor, C sus2, D sus2, and then it goes back to the G. Now, in the first verse, it goes G, E minor, the C, sus2, and the D sus4, sus2, sorry. But then it goes back to I'll be watching you. So it goes back to that E minor chord, okay? Then the next part of the verse, every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. So it goes back to the major, it goes back to G. Okay, so it swaps. Sometimes it ends with a G, and sometimes it ends with a E minor. Okay, you need to listen out for that. Then we're into the chorus, okay? Oh, can't you see? So again, I'm playing that C suspended second, and that slides down to B flat sus2. Same picking, and then back to G. So that's oh, can't you see? You belong to me. Yeah, and I know I'm hitting different notes, but don't worry too much about that. Okay, and then it goes to an A7, nice and easy. Same picking again, except now I'm just playing this A7 chord. If you don't know what an A7 is, you shouldn't really be playing this song, to be honest, but it'll be too advanced for you. But first finger in the 2nd fret on the D string, second finger, 2nd fret on the B. That's an A7 chord, okay? Same picking again as the C and the D, and then it goes back to the D. Or you can give it a strum. So then we're back into like the verse position. Okay, so now we're into the bridge. Since you've gone, I've been lost without a trace. I dream at night, I can only see your face. Okay, so it's just playing E flat there, just a power chord, or D sharp, whatever you want to call it. So that's just the 6th fret with the root on the A string. Normal power chord there. You can flatten it, or I play it with my pinky. I play the octave with my pinky there. Move it 2 frets to F. Okay, and I'm just doing straight downstrokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and that just repeats. Then you're back into the G. So you'll hear then it goes into like an instrumental little section of the verse, and then it goes into the chorus again. the A7. Okay, so at the end of that last verse, we've got the E minor 4 times. I'll be watching you. Then we're into the last section. Now the chords are exactly the same, just G, the E minor, and the C, okay? So it goes once, twice, excuse me, and then change once, and then once. And then back to the G. Once, twice, once, and then once. And that just repeats and fades out until you finish. Now, if you're not going to play with a fade out, you could just finish with that, strumming that last chord, okay? Or a G if you wanted to make it sound a bit happier. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's lesson. Please don't forget you can subscribe if you'd like to receive these lessons every week. And there's links down below to Spotify and Instagram and Facebook. And also there's some t-shirts for sale and all that kind of good stuff. See you again the same time next week.